Hey, what's up, gamers? We're back again. It's New Year's, right? It's 2026 as the time of me recording this. And 2025 sucked ass, personally, for me at least. It was kind of buttholio. And my haircut, oh man, I look kind of stupid, right? But anyways, I've got to make this intro like 2.5 minutes long because that's how long the placeholder clip is, and if I remove the placeholder clip with a video that's not the same length, it's going to completely fuck up the edit. So I'm going to be rambling for a little bit. But yeah, gaming wise, 2025 was awesome, right? You know, we had Silk Song, we had Expedition 23, something of that sort. The Switch 2 finally came out, as I've spoken about. I'm not very happy with. Mario Kart 9 came out. Metroid Prime 4 came out. Pretty much the moral of the story this year was that Nintendo games have not lived up to the hype. Nintendo has fallen off the ball, and it's rolled off a cliff into a volcano, and the volcano has therefore erupted. But anyways, besides that, everything else has been pretty cool. I got more into Wii gaming. I have a memory card now to where I can play GameCube games. I have Melee, I have, what else do I have? I have Sonic Heroes, and I have Beautiful Joe, so expect some words about that next year, right? Yeah. Not making it the 2-minute mark. Anyways, fuck. Lock in. You know, I played a lot of Fortnite this year. This Chapter 6 was kind of ass, I'm not gonna lie. I'm very disappointed with Chapter 6. It's far less better than Chapter 5, right? You know, I've got a plethora of games on the backlog that I need to play for the PlayStation 5, but for whatever reason, the storage is completely stupid to where my hard drive, you know, the one made for the PS5, which I specifically made sure to get, doesn't function with the PlayStation 5, so that if I put PlayStation 5 games onto the hard drive, I cannot actively play them, which is completely stupid unless they're in the main PS5 storage system. Completely dumb, completely stupid. I don't know why that's a thing, but we're approaching the 2:30 mark now, so this was just kind of filler. But you know, guys, make sure you enjoy the video, like and subscribe, and comment perhaps, and subscribe, please. So this year, Xbox announced that their new console would have Steam on it, and like you could play Steam games and your whole Steam library on it, only to get butt fucked by Valve because they literally announced the GameCube was coming out, so the Xbox is pretty much just now redundant. GTA 6 has been delayed again because of fucking course it was. We're gonna be waiting for this game till the heat death of the universe. There's no way I'm gonna be able to play this game before I get my fucking pension. Marvel Rivals used to be fun, but the matchmaking is so ass that I've lost all love I had for the game. And now I will not touch it with a 10-foot pole. My buddy Twig, dear old Nathan, tries to get me on that bitch. I don't like that game anymore. It's genuinely horrible. A new game in the Postal series was announced, and it was cancelled literally the same day it was announced, which was just mind-boggling, because that's the fastest a game has ever been cancelled ever. And also it was just made entirely by AI, so who gives a shit. Claire Obscure Expedition 33 won, literally set a new fucking record for how many awards it won in the Game Awards. Now, mind you, Claire Expedition 33 is a completely fine game. It's pretty good, you know, I've played like 3 hours of it so far. But does it really warrant all these fucking awards like Best Art Direction? That should have gone as Silk Song. Are we bullshitting here? Oh, and I also forgot to mention recently, they lost some awards. They lost Indie Game of the Year with the Indie Game Awards, whatever the hell, because they used AI in their creative process. So, get bent, Expedition 33, Silk Song should have won. First off, before we get to the meat and bones and potatoes of this list, I want to mention some honorable mentions, right? You know, as I'm mentioning the honorable mentions. I want to mention the Steam library games I haven't played yet, simply because I don't have the PC to run Sonic Adventure or Fallout New Vegas correctly. So, you know, we'll save those for a rainy day. Cruelty Squad is such a creative game, and those kinds of games are hard to find nowadays, but it's creative in the sense that it melts my eyeballs out of my skull. Like, it genuinely hurts to look at, but it's pretty fun. It provides a good challenge, and that challenge really makes you feel like an organ trafficker. Bloons Tower Defense 6, this is the time-wasting game. It brings me back to the original BTD that I'd play on Cool Math Games in 5th grade while getting yelled at by my teacher. Baldur's Gate 3, Expedition 33, and Metaphor Refantasio. Now, I dedicated most of my time this year to finishing Persona 3 Reload, and that took forever. And seeing as how I didn't do great in some classes this semester, I'm not going to be, I probably won't be having the time to be completing these games in an orderly fashion, so I'll get to Baldur's Gate 3 and Expedition 33 and Metaphor soon, sometime, but definitely not this year or next year.
Homero, vas a recortarte. Oh yeah!
Splitgate 2. Now, despite the head developer being kind of a jackass and the terrible Battle Royale mode, this is kind of one of the better FPS games I've played. I didn't get to play the first Splitgate one, or the first, yeah, totally. Thanks for putting my foot in my mouth, Malachi. Simply because I didn't have the bread to pay for PlayStation Online, but now that I do, I'm making up for some pretty fun moments, and it's pretty good. Although it's interesting because there's not as of a widespread appeal as there was for the first game. So every person that you fight is a sweaty tryhard.
Lyle, turn on the TV! They hit the Pentagon!
It's really interesting how many objectively mid games I've played this year. This game is hard as shit. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It's hard to understand. The UI is hard to comprehend. It's hard to figure out the focus trees. It's hard to understand the Navy and the air battles and the armies. It's hard to understand the spies and the resources. It's hard to do anything worthwhile. But guys, the funny mod where you can have Joe Biden and Trump kiss each other and destroy the United States is available on Steam Workshop. So it kind of makes up for it in the end.
This is right there.
I don't give a fuck about no police, yo.
I didn't do nothing to you.
Doom is Doom, and that's how you know it's a really fun game. Now, like I previously stated 5 seconds ago, Doom is Doom, right? So Doom the Dark Ages, it doesn't really reinvent the wheel of first-person shooters, and it doesn't like revolutionize the concept of Doom. But I think like the medieval Dark Ages, aesthetic of the game is really creative and unique. You don't see a lot of medieval games, and I eat my foot saying that because there's been like at least 10 that's come out in the past 2 years. But you don't get to stab demons in the head in the other ones, and that's actually true in like half of those. But just play the dude. Stop.
Your mom. Doing your mom?
Fuck you, Mario Kart. Sonic Crossworlds takes the crown for best racing game this year. Get bent, Miyamoto. Fucking hell.
Put the Jaeger black ice in my ass.
I was hesitant to play this game simply because my friend Shitty Kinlex gifted it to me on Steam, and I wanted to spite him for every sin he's ever committed against me. But I actually played it, and it's really good. I was hooked. I never thought such a boring idea like poker would be a really fun video game, but it actually is. This game also enrages me because I'm so close to getting the exact flush I want, and then I never am able to get it. It makes me so mad. I thought this game was completely overrated back when it came out. Like, you really nominating this card game for Game of the Year? But it really is electric.
Ranking chances of surviving horror movie monsters. Chuck, I'ma touch him inappropriately.
Silent Hill 2 is terrifying. I cannot lie. This game has me pooping and crying and farting and pissing and shooting ropes everywhere. Like, it genuinely, this game, a lot of games don't frighten me. Like Resident Evil, it's a fun game, but it's not really that scary. But Silent Hill 2 just makes me piss my pants, dude. Like, the atmosphere and just walking around not really knowing what is real or not, or if anything is real or not, it's just really unsettling. There's a reason this game has gone down in gaming history as one of the greats.
What's wrong with you? Why'd you do that?
I never played a Telltale game. I only watched Corey Kenshin play The Walking Dead throughout the whole first season, right? And I quite frankly thought the gameplay was kind of dumb. Like, it's just pressing a few buttons and pretty much just watching a movie. But when I saw the cast of this game, I was like, okay, I might give this a try. I have to say, Aaron Paul knocks this shit out the park, as he usually does, but I really just wish they'd give this man like a happy role. And also, the idea behind the villain, making the villain's ability predicting things in a choice-based game, is kind of brilliant. I'm surprised nobody's thought of that before. Like I said earlier, the gameplay is not a lot to write home about. It's just a few QTE sequences and selecting the dialogue option you want. But I think everybody needs to play this for themselves to really develop a good opinion about it. I see some people hating on it, and it's really not that bad. It's not bad at all. It's pretty good. But I also don't agree with some of the gooners who are like glazing the mess out of the game and being like, this is peak right here. This is Game of the Year material. It was good, but it wasn't that good,
Arms far apart like this, and they come in and they buttered up my bum. Uh-oh.
If you didn't buy this game on launch day, what the hell are you huffing? This has been like one of the most hyped games for the past 7 years since the original one came out. And quite honestly, I like this game far more than the first one, if we're being for real. And I like it simply because of how much faster and snappy the combat is. It takes a bit more skill to play this game. I know you fake gamers out there don't know what it's like to be a pro gamer, such as ZOOMBINI himself, right? Dear Lord in Heaven, this game releasing proved to me that a lot of the people that play video games are really ass at playing video games. Because the amount of TikToks and videos I saw about Silksong being too hard was absolutely mind-boggling, that the developers had to go in and crank down some of the difficulties of the bosses. Now granted, the game is challenging, I'm not gonna lie, but not to a point where it looks like a baby pushing a triangle through a small hexagonal hole. But like I said also, I'm just a pro gamer, so that's probably just what it is. My childhood dreams have finally come true, trying to figure out the Gary's Mod menu. Since birth, I've always wanted to play this game with my buddies and make funny videos, just like Vanos Gaming and Venturian Tale. The mods that the community have made over the years are incredibly impressive and also very funny, as you can see in such hit videos made by ZOOMBINI, such as the Gmod Experience and Funny Gaming Moments 2025. But really though, this game brings back such great memories that helped me create even more fantastic memories with my buddies. I genuinely have nothing but joy and good things to say about Astrobot. I think that this game is genuinely like in my top 5 now. It's absolutely insane. It's not because the story is so deep and thought-provoking. It's not because the graphics are super beautiful. They are, but that's not the sole reason. It's because the game's just plain fun. That's all it is. It's just really fun. The sound design is awesome. The levels are super creative. Like, I've never seen anybody think about this before and like put it into a game and then make it good. Creative levels, awesome references to other games that you simply have to be an ultra awesome gamer to get. You know, I get every single one of them, obviously. The rumble technology in the controller being used in like such cool, unique ways whenever like you do anything in a level, and just the pretty graphics in general just really drove home the charm of this game and solidly earned its place in number 2 for this year.
Dog, dude. He's near my Wi-Fi router! Stop!
I think you guys already knew what number 1 was going to be. I think my review I made did a pretty good job at showing how much I like this game, and I hope I made it obvious enough that it was going in my number 1 spot. I love this game through and through. Number 1, baby. I also got the Persona 3 soundtrack on vinyl recently. This shit is badass. Love you, Mimi. You're awesome. Anyways, guys, let's get to the outro. Am I right?
Anyways, guys, that's the end of the video. I finally figured out how to fix the beginning clip thing, so that's good. I didn't fuck up any of the editing. Fingers crossed. Watch me like mess something up just for breathing. But anyways, guys, hopefully 2026 will be a little bit nicer to me than 2025 was. Hopefully I will hit 1,000 subscribers this year. That'd be a dream come true, guys. So fingers crossed, you know, praying to God. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe, and I have one more message for you.